last video, I was talking about the fear of the Lord, and I still have some things that I want to share with us concerning the fear of the Lord. Honestly, if the Lord opens our eyes to see that everything particularly that we need in this life lies in our reverence, in our respect, deep respect to God, reverencing Him, standing in awe of Him. One, I was talking about how to apply the fear of the Lord in your everyday life is to reverence Him. Reverence God in everything that you do is very important. Even Jesus, while He was on earth, when He was praying to God about His friend Lazarus, God in Hebrews, God heard His prayer. And at the last verse of that, He said that God heard his request because he reverenced God. He understood that this is the person that will save me from this situation, that will make this thing happen. First of all, he started with thanksgiving. Thank you because I know you have heard me. In your mind, you'll be like, when did he pray that prayer? But because is a reverence, is something, is a thought and consciousness that he has of his Father, that gave him that confidence and boldness. And hey, God answered him. He just simply said, Lazarus, come forth. Okay? Another important thing why we need to ask God to give us the spirit of the fear of God in us is to have that deep respect. Okay, slogan. I didn't miss that. When I was talking about the reverence of God in Genesis 20 verse 11, he said, and Abraham said, because I thought, surely the fear of the Lord is not in this place, and they will kill me on account of my wife. People can perceive where if you have the fear of God or not. People can look at your household, look at how you do your work at your job place, look at how you relate with people, and they will know that this one does not have the fear of God. This one is ready to do anything. He doesn't have the fear of God at all. The way people can perceive is in your character, in your attitude, the way you do the things of God, the way you treat and engage the things of God. People can easily perceive that, and even God, and it hinders prayers. Okay? Another thing is that it restrains us from evil. The book of Exodus 20 verse 20. Okay? It told us that it will restrain you. It will make you to he said, and Moses said to the people, do not be afraid, for God has come to test you, so that his fear may be before your faces. When you have the fear of the Lord, it will restrain you from evil. You would think about it. You would think very well with deep respect to God before you do that sin. You would be restrained not to offend God by sinning. This is what the fear of the Lord is, and this applies in our everyday life for us to build and have the fear of God that will restrain us from evil, not to offend God by sinning, because God has indeed showered us with love, that he gave you his only begotten Son to die for you. Think about it. Is for your advantage. Another reason is that it motivates you to obey God. I like this. Deuteronomy 5 verse 29 said, oh, that there was such a heart in them, that they would fear me and always keep all my commandments. The fear of the Lord, if you have it, you won't have struggle to obey what God has commanded. You won't struggle to keep God's commandments. He will keep your heart pure. He will keep your heart in the fear of him. And with that, it causes his love in you to grow. You will open your heart to see his goodness. That will draw you, will restrain you from evil, and it will motivate you to obey him more because you reverence God. There is a much blessing in our reverence to God. There is always a blessing. Now, in the name of Jesus Christ, because we know that wisdom, blessing, covering of God is in this fear of the Lord. Let's see what he said. In Proverbs 1 verse 29, he said that for they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. Is a choice, sense of God. The Spirit gives you that heart to fear Him, but it's a choice for you to choose knowledge, for you to choose hate evil, and choose to fear the Lord, because He brings His blessing, He brings His covering over your life in the name of Jesus Christ. And as we take our prayer in Psalms 86 verse 11, you say, Father, teach me your way, O Lord. I will walk in your truth. Unite my heart to fear your name. Unite us to fear you, because we know that in fearing you, the beginning of wisdom comes to those that fear you. You reveal secrets to those that fear you. Unite our hearts to fear you. If this is your earnest prayer in this year, saints of God, you will have all that you desired. God will exceed your expectation. You will be under His covering. Your children will be saved. Your generation will be saved. He will reveal to you what others are struggling to have. And when other people are saying there's a casting down, guess what should be your testimony? There is a lifting, because God's wisdom dwells in you. He will make all things beautiful at His time, in the name of Jesus Christ. Subscribe, share and like, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you for watching and remain blessed.